How do your wife and kids feel about this? Are they really excited? Or?
They love Rexburg, and you know, we moved to Rexburg 8 years ago from Boston, and it was one of the most incredible experiences of our lives, and it changed who we are, and it made a permanent imprint on each of our children. And when we left and were asked to go to Salt Lake, while we were excited about that assignment, one of the hardest things was leaving Rexburg and this campus community, and particularly the younger kids, when we told them last night, all let out a squeal. They were so excited.
How do you think the campus culture is going to change at all when you replace President Clark?
You know, this campus has a wonderful strategy, and President Eyring described it as a steady upward course, and President Clark has followed that course in miraculous ways, as had President Bednar before him. And my hope is that we can just continue on that same course that they've marked out for us.
So how long have you known about this calling, I guess?
Oh, just a little bit ahead of time, yeah.
So you're still taking it in? Or is it starting to
We were
settle
surprised, yeah. And we spent the last 5 years working with the media at the Deseret Management Corporation, and those people are very dear to us, and we've grown to love their mission. As you may know, the Deseret News and KSL and all our digital properties that reach all around the world, strengthening families and really being a watchdog for faith and family around the world. And it's a great mission and a great organization. And as much as we love BYU-Idaho, we'll also miss those great people in Salt Lake that we've worked with for the last 5.5 years.
So what do you hope to bring to the students of the university as the new president?
You know, I just hope I can help them feel how special this institution is. And I said earlier today that it is a uniquely student-focused, student-centered learning environment. And I hope the students appreciate, you know, just how significant that is. And you know, one of the things I hope we can all appreciate is the direction that we've received as a university to keep the focus on growth and needs of our students here.
With your background in news and news programs, do you think you'll have higher expectations for the news programs at BYU-Idaho?
I think they're on a great course already. I really do.
Do you foresee any programs changing or bringing in any additional programs that are currently not here?
I don't have any insight on that. You know, I really do believe the university is on the right path, and it's very clear that the leadership of this school has been taking it in important ways, and I just hope we can continue that.
So, besides getting your own parking spot,
Mm-hmm.
what are you most excited about?
I'm really excited to be around the students. We walked in today and you can feel the goodness. You know, when we left, this auditorium wasn't built. And I had been in this auditorium without students in it. But the power that was in there today, part of that comes when you gather to hear and be taught from an apostle. But part of that comes from the goodness that permeates that whole room from those students who come with their scriptures, come dressed up to be taught, and come in the spirit early. And you know, I leaned to my wife and I just said, you can feel the goodness of these students. I'm also really grateful to be around the people who work in this university. There's a level of consecration and a commitment to the spirit of Rick's that is inspiring, and I hope I can live up to and continue to learn from this campus community.
Will you tell me how you felt, or the emotions you felt when you first received the call that you were going to be president?
Yeah, we were overwhelmed. We know what expectations the community has and the brethren have, but also that the Lord has for this university. But the second we started feeling those feelings of being overwhelmed, we also recognized that He's in charge, and there's a lot of work that he's doing deep inside this university that we all benefit from. And I could feel that assurance almost immediately.
Are you looking forward to raising a family here as well as being the president of this university?
Yes, we hope our children can be visible in ways that are appropriate, and that they can experience the spirit of Rick's and the goodness that's here. You know, there will be times where we'll have to balance that. I remember as a young missionary, I had a mission president who had young children, and we loved him and we loved his family. But every once in a while, he would close the curtain to the home, and we knew that was time for their family. And we'll have to preserve times so our kids know they just have a mom and dad at home. But we're also thrilled to bring them out and let them experience what's so great about BYU-Idaho. We are so grateful to have been here for a season with President Clark and have learned so much. He gave us an invitation not to come, but to pray about whether to come 9 years ago to this campus community, and it changed our lives. And I felt like that season when we were here changed us forever. And I'm grateful for President Clark, and I'm grateful for this community and what it's done for our family. We're forever different because of that. And I think that's true almost of every student and faculty member in their own personal way. Everyone in Rexburg and at BYU-Idaho has a story. We're not unique in that regard. And I think as many of you know, as you've talked to faculty and staff who work here, everyone has a story on how the Lord brought them here. And I think that's true for the students. And it makes it just an unusual place to do things that are spectacular.